My dad, he was 33 years old when he lost his vision. But I can't imagine what that's like to have a family of, little kids and your life's just getting started, to not being able to see the beauty of all of this again. So I named the car Mustang Sammy after my dad. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard of the song Mustang Sally. So to me, it was Mustang Sammy, and it'll always be Mustang Sammy. My dad was in an industrial accident at work, and it left him visually impaired. So I was born after his accident. He was 33 years old when he lost his vision. My dad's never seen me. There was 4 young children, 1 on the way, but I can't imagine what that's like to have a family of, little kids and your life's just getting started, to not being able to see the beauty of all of this again. So I've always had this special connection with my dad, watching him do all of these things throughout my whole life. Myself with 20/20 vision and a manual could not do. The earliest I could remember is really being out in the garage with my dad. My dad would, give me the newspaper, and I would read the ads to him when he was looking for parts. And so I would spell out the words and he would tell me the word. But I had told my dad I wanted my own Mustang one day, that, I wanted the top to come down, but it had to be pink. Every little, 4, 5, 6-year-old girl's dream is to have this pink car. So in 2008, he and his friends again came home with this Mustang, and I thought for sure it was going to be for the grandkids. So that was August of 2008, and in November of 2008, my dad came up to me out of nowhere, and he said, "Do you still want it pink?" He wanted to start looking for, the interior, and wanted to make sure that it was the right color interior for the color of the car. So when he asked me if I still wanted it pink, he said, I'd really like to make the interior white, like a pearly white. And I said, you know what, that's perfect. Like, I think it would look really sharp. Really, my favorite thing to do is to have nobody in the car, the music on, and I'm just on the freeway. It's just peaceful to me. So the history is, when Ford came out with the Mustang, Hugh Hefner gave his Playmate of the Year, Donna Michelle, a Mustang, and it was pink. So the next few years, Ford had pink Mustangs, but there were different shades of pink, and they were custom order only. And I believe it was under 100 that were done. This one, though, in particular, is Playmate Pink. Like, there's a dusty rose color. There's some other, pink shades. This was the pink that I wanted when I was a little kid. So this is the one that I got. I've been up at Summit many times, I come for car shows. I, come to purchase. When I was asked to have my car on display, it really is a privilege to do that. One day I would love to have a few of my dad's cars on display at the same time. My dad, he created his own telescopic magnet so that he could look for that piece that fell on the ground before he would ever call any of us from the house to come outside and help him find something. He could touch the car and he would know there was a flaw that I couldn't even see. That's how much, he really overcame these challenges, doing it himself and wanting to do it himself and never asking for help unless he absolutely needed it. The biggest lesson is, even if you don't think you could do it, just try. The legacy that he left, with something like this and the other cars that he did, I don't know anybody who's done that.